Hey, what's up, everyone? Just a few minutes late.
A few.
Huh?
A few.
Just a few. It's 5:06.
Oops.
Oops. I blame myself. I
Okay.
was I was sitting at the computer and I looked down and it was 5:01, and then I had to plug some stuff in. How's everyone doing? Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Hilo's here. I don't know if he's visible
I think
behind the Death Star,
I
but
think I blocked him with the Lego
oh,
set. Oh, buddy.
we are live, Geo. See MC Lego Boy, General Cameroni, John DeLong, props with Kyle, Nathan Troxel. How's everyone doing?
Busting into the advent calendar because
Yeah,
we hadn't opened it yet.
we're gonna keep going with the.
Look how little. Oh my
We don't even have
god.
to build him. He's just that small.
Does
Little
any
Babu Frick.
does anyone else have the advent calendar and have you seen how tiny Babu Frick is?
That is so tiny. We're gonna lose him.
No, we won't.
I'll put him in the Death Star
Oh, we
with
got
everyone else.
3PO for today. 3PO with red eyes.
What was day two?
Uh, day two
Oh,
is
you just
like
skipped straight to three.
no, I opened two.
Oh,
Two, what is that? Like a little
like a little
co
kitchenette.
kitchen coffee
Yeah.
station.
Wait, is B2 emo in the calendar?
I don't see him.
Jane says B2 emo is funky looking in the calendar. Well, I will be thrilled to find him if he's in this thing. Oh, Christmas Jawa. I like that. Those are my favorites. The little Christmas sweaters that we get every year.
That is so cute.
Well, I'm gonna build this stuff since you get all that to build.
Oh, okay.
It looks like you're building 3PO too.
Yeah.
That worked out. Jane says he is in there, but it's hard to tell. I mean, yeah, I don't see him on the box, but oh well.
Uh, huh. I don't see him.
No, we'll find him.
Now it's like a where's Waldo?
Where's B2? Just like season 2 of Andor. Where is he?
Okay. Let me take that.
I'll do this. That's a cute gonk droid too. BHX1138 asks, how excited is Alex to finally add a Lego minifig to his Cobb Vanth collection next year? Very excited. A friend texted me 2 days ago. Whenever, maybe that's been out for a while and I just didn't know.
I
But
think it was like 2 days ago.
okay, a friend texted me, and also it's kind of rare that someone will text me something I don't already know, so that was already exciting. But yeah, I'm thrilled to have a Cobb Vanth minifig.
We're on bag of the Death Star. We're on bag 19, so we're chugging along.
MC Lego Boy says you have to go day by day. You can't build it all at once. We're stopping on day 3.
Yeah, we
We fell behind.
just had to catch up.
It's always fun to like try to figure out the very basic instructions they send, and I'm like, all right, am I building this right?
Yeah, I always have trouble building those because I'm like, I think this is right.
Best Nate says, "This is my first time on your live stream. Welcome, Nate."
Hi,
Oh,
Nate.
see, I already did something wrong. Not only Nate, the best Nate.
All these black pieces are hard to see on our black tablecloth.
To remind everyone that we are doing a fundraiser. I think it's the last day of the fundraiser that Molly set up for the Atlanta Community Food Bank. So if you want, you can donate at the link in the description, or any super chats that are sent in, we will donate. But donating directly, YouTube doesn't take a cut of that.
Yeah. Okay. We've been going through the house, doing a bunch of cleaning and just getting rid of some stuff, and just been noticing all the Lego sets everywhere that don't have
Need a
homes.
home.
Don't know what to do with them.
Oops. Well, I just dropped a piece. You dropped a piece, I dropped a piece.
You don't get any extras in those, do you?
Yeah, actually you do.
No.
So it's fine. I already finished building it. How was everyone's Thanksgiving, if you celebrate? Or if you're Canadian, how was your Thanksgiving a couple months ago?
I think we finally finished the rest of our leftovers.
I think I did today. Well, my mom gave me some noodles.
Yeah.
Our Thanksgiving noodles that we always wind up talking about on this stream, but we still have some mashed potatoes and noodles.
Should I go close the door to the...
It's fine.
I don't know if they can hear the washing machine
I
going.
think it's far enough away. Yeah, we're kind of wiping ourselves out. We're not doing a whole lot of Star Wars stuff because Star Wars is just slow right now, but we've been doing a deep clean of our home, and
Yeah.
it's been a lot.
Been rustling up a lot of dust, and so the second half of like every day my mouth just feels really gross because it's full of dust.
But MC Lego Boy says Young Jedi Adventures next week, so we're getting back to having some stuff to talk about,
That's true.
which I am excited slash sad to finish that.
Yeah, we've been scraping the bottom of the barrel for our Saturday videos of like what to talk about.
There's some decent news stuff to talk about this week, like the Cobb Vanth minifigure.
It's true, that's big news.
But I'll jump into Elo Asti sent in the first 2 super chats of the night. Thank you, Elo. What is your favorite non-Star Wars performance by Billy Lord? I actually have an answer for this. I'm surprised I do. But
what else has she been in?
I was going to see if we had the same answer.
Was she in American Horror Story?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was going to be my answer.
Yeah.
I liked her especially in the 80s season. It was like 1986 or something.
Yeah.
1984.
I was gonna look her up real quick because I know I've seen her in something else.
Oh yeah, she was in Booksmart. I liked her in that.
Oh yeah.
Booksmart's a fun movie.
Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Oh yeah, she was in The Last Showgirl. I was like, I've seen her in something recently, but she wasn't in it that much. Yeah, I guess American Horror Story.
She's been in a couple seasons, right? She was in the Cult season. I remember her more in the 80s season. And Elo also asked, what's the best birthday or Christmas present Molly has ever gotten Alex, and vice versa?
Uh, what's the best present you've gotten me?
I don't know. I'm curious to see what you say. My
You,
mind always jumps to,
we've given each other so many
yeah,
presents over the years, it's hard to keep track.
it's been 18 years of gift giving. Uh, but I always jump to the Biggs helmet because that was exciting. I think that was a birthday present.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But in all of our cleaning, we found I still have the first Christmas gift Molly made for me. It's like you bought a book of posters, sci-fi posters, and cut them up and like pasted them together and made a a big poster of a bunch of posters.
Mm-hmm.
You did that twice, and I loved those.
Yeah, we need to
Find a place to
get
put them.
better frames for them. We just have like little plastic frames. I mm, I can't remember what my favorite gift that you've ever gotten me has been.
What's the first one that pops into your head?
Uh, the one that we couldn't go to because of the pandemic.
Was that Hamilton tickets?
I thought it was for The Little Mermaid.
No, we saw Little Mermaid.
Was it Hamilton then?
Yeah, it was Hamilton.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, we. You don't remember seeing Little Mermaid? Because we
No.
did see it. You remember getting the tickets though.
Yeah.
We. That's because yeah, you cried when you opened those.
Yeah.
That was real sweet. And then we saw it, and you forgot about the show completely.
What what year was that?
I don't remember. It was pre-pandemic though.
I can't build things and use my memory at the same
That's
time.
funny.
It's hard.
Xadapt TV says if you could create any Star Wars movie or TV series, what would you each like to create and why?
Any movie or TV series. Um,
We'll see how Starfighter goes, but I mean, I would still love like a Rogue Squadron series. I think that would be great.
maybe like a spooky Night Sister series.
Might get more of that in Ahsoka, so that's good.
Yeah. I don't know if I would rather have Night Sisters in a series or a movie. I think series because like that's just more content.
I bet we're gonna get those Night Sisters in Dave Filoni's movie.
Yeah,
I figured
that
they're gonna be important.
I hope so. I would love to see Dark Disciple as like a little mini series.
Just part of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I
Or
think
like
it would be
or
cool
like a
if they.
made for TV movie or something they could
Yeah,
just release.
I mean, it was gonna be like a 6 episode arc or something, 6 or 8 episodes. It was a lot. I think they were gonna do like 3 or 4 episodes, and then there'd be a different arc, and then we'd go back to it. I
Mm.
think that was the plan. But yeah, that would have been cool if they snuck that into season 7.
Mm-hmm. I guess we can tell people about the live stream that we're doing with Force Center.
Oh yeah. We just are finalizing this now, but we've been talking about Force Center, our friends over at Force Center, Ken, Joseph, and Jen. Both them and us have been doing Star Wars discussions, talk, coverage for. They just celebrated their 10-year anniversary. Ours was at the start of this year, but we were like, we should do something together to celebrate 10 years. And so we're going to do that on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I feel like we've been so busy, but not Star Wars busy. We've just been making ourselves busy here at the house. But I've been wanting to do something to celebrate our 10-year anniversary
Yeah.
since it happened. So
We've
that'll be
been,
nice.
yeah, busy getting ready for the holidays and getting ready for next year. I've been busy still working on our tabletop show, which I am just about finished with our second session, which I'm glad that I'm able to edit those a lot faster. I'm getting better and faster at the editing.
Yeah.
But that's also because I just have less normal Star Wars stuff to do. But yeah, on Monday, Star Wars Explained, Force Center crossover again.
It's been a while
I
since we
know.
did that. But now YouTube has a better feature for dual streams, I believe.
I know they at least have like collaborations, which I don't know how those work. I need to look into that. Never done one of those yet. Christopher Killian sent in a donation. Thank you. Says, do you think Luke and Watto ever met? I doubt it.
Nah.
It would be interesting if there was like if he just was in Mos Espa and like met him without knowing who he was or something.
Yeah. That would be wild.
I guess it's possible.
But Watto, do we know how long he lived?
No. There was that like flashback, that vision that Kylo Ren had where he imagined Darth Vader killing Watto and everyone was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But no, that didn't happen. So
Charles
who
Soule
knows?
got us on that one.
I do think that would be interesting. That could show up in like a one-shot comic or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know how far away from the Lars Homestead Luke went. Like, did he go all the way to Mos Espa, or was Mos Eisley the farthest he'd ever traveled? I don't even know if he'd ever been to Mos Eisley before.
Yeah, I wouldn't think he traveled past Mos Eisley. But that's just a guess.
It's like he's at least familiar with Mos Eisley, but Obi-Wan had to park him on top of a cliff and be like, look, Mos Eisley.
Yeah. In the midst of going through all of our stuff in our closets and stuff, we found several more Lego sets that we hadn't put together yet. So it's like we've got a pile of Star Wars sets that we still need to do, but we've also got a pile of non-Star Wars sets.
We went a little crazy over the pandemic. Yeah, like some of those sets are 5 years old. It was like, well, stuck inside. I guess we should just build Legos.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like I went through a phase where I was like, yeah, I want to build Lego on my own time, and then I just didn't.
You built some of the like the bonsai tree and
Yeah, like some of
the orchid.
the little sets, but like that tuxedo cat and the globe,
Yeah.
those are pretty big sets. And like I would want to put them together downstairs so I could watch TV, but I wouldn't trust all those little pieces on our table down there with Hilo's tail.
We also found like we still have the Commander Cody helmet, the Rex helmet.
Yeah. Those
Still need to
helmets
finish
are
that
nice, though.
Bosch helmet. John DeLong just said, "Did you ever finish Bosch?" Nope, it's in my closet.
You said you were going to.
I did say I was going to, and I Haven't. That's your set. You started that set. I didn't want to take over.
Oh, you didn't.
Nope. Nathan Troxel said, speaking of, did you see the 60th anniversary of Star Trek? They're putting out the Next Generation Enterprise. I did see that.
Yeah, that looked cool.
Yeah. I don't think I'll get it because I'm not that into Star Trek. And
Yeah.
also, we have too much stuff already, but it does look cool. It was funny seeing, I follow Solid Brick Studios, and I almost always see him showing off new Star Wars sets. And I was like, this is weird to see him showing off the Enterprise.
We did get a little gift from Lego
Mm-hmm.
that we should have probably brought it upstairs, but we'll talk about it on Saturday's video.
Yeah, they sent the Jango Fett Slave 1 and the Arc 170
And a blanket.
and a blanket.
And some popcorn. So thanks, Lego. I'm always down for a PR blanket.
I didn't. Fanporium says they're tempted by the new Stranger Things Creel House, if only for the Hellfire Club minifig shirt. I didn't know that they were doing another Stranger Things set.
Is that Vecna's house?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a good set.
that's another one that they could do like an upside down version, but I'm sure that would be way too tall. The buyer's
yeah.
house that you could like flip that's a neat concept.
Speaking of, been loving the new season of Stranger Things.
It took me a couple episodes, but the last like two were really really rad.
I lost interest leading up to it because I was like, it's been so long since we watched the other seasons.
It's been 3 years, yeah.
But as soon as it started, it all came back to me.
Part of my struggle, I think, and this is on purpose for the show, but I always get bummed out when like Leslie and Ron and Parks and Recreation aren't friends. And Dustin and Steve right now are really butting heads with one another.
In a
like,
cute way,
guys. No, they seem like genuinely unhappy with one another, and that's all going to resolve. But in the moment, I'm like, oh, you're like my comfort friendship.
that'll make the end, their reconciliation in the end, more satisfying.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, having a Hellfire Club shirt would be fun. A Lego shirt. Samuel Rogers said, what are your thoughts on Derek Turnbow? I like that character a lot. The little turd child.
Yeah, that was like smacking everybody in the head.
So that is a character arc I can get behind. Like a little kid that is just the biggest turd.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's coming around and he's being helpful and he's trying to save his classmates. I'm like, it's good stuff.
Yeah, he was playing spoiled brat very well.
Yeah. That whole scene with the pie was really great.
Oh, Erica, God, I love Erica.
Erica, everyone loves Erica.
Put her in everything. Send her to Derry.
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Someone was like, if Erica were in Derry, Pennywise wouldn't stand a chance.
It's true.
We've been watching Welcome to Derry as well, and like that a lot. And Pluribus. I think those are the main shows we're keeping up with right now.
That theme song for Welcome to Derry is an earworm. It gets stuck in my head.
Oh, Lord Goob asked any ETA on the first episode of the TTRPG campaign. So it's basically done. What I'm waiting on right now is one of my friends is doing some character artwork. One of my friends is doing just some like graphics, intro, outro stuff. that's all I'm really waiting on.
Yeah, we need a
But
logo.
yeah, he's that's our friend Jordan who runs Slam Sector, a YouTube channel that we love. He has he's a designer. He works at the Falcon Stadium doing graphics and stuff. So he's doing our graphics. Anyway, uh until that's ready, right now you can go watch it on our Patreon for free. You don't have to sign up for Patreon or anything. Like you don't have to give us money to watch it. I just didn't want to put it out like in a it's done kind of way. So it's not public, but you can go watch it for free.
Which is like I've been struggling because I'm like, should I put stuff out on our socials about this or wait until we have a logo and all that? Like, it feels weird to have it be out there but not really talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with that. Like the only people who would go watch it are people who already follow us, and so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Um but it's been a lot of fun. I
But now might be a good time to tell people about it because there's no Star Wars going on.
right. So yeah, I'm just about done with the second session as well. And it's fun to like laugh my way through these. You and the other players are very funny.
It's been a lot of fun. I wish we could do like a holiday episode, but I think everybody's kind of slammed over December.
One of our players, she is in charge of like the whole music department at a large church downtown, and she has no time during Christmas. But Lord Goob, I'll see if I can pull up the link to it directly. But if you go watch it, part of the reason I wanted to post it is to get feedback because we've never done anything like this before. So watch it. Let me know what you think in the comments and stuff. I'll just find it real fast.
It's been kind of weird to be sitting in my office and like hear my own voice talking about D&D in the other room.
Hear yourself making jokes.
Mm-hmm. Or like every time I hear Ashton's laugh, it makes me laugh.
Spidey Skywalker, when will you release the Master of Evil Easter eggs? So I didn't really pick a ton out. Like that book was it had some stuff in it. Uh but I don't know. Maybe I'll do some shorts on it. Cuz it didn't feel like it warranted a full video on just Easter eggs cuz most of it was like very new stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
The stuff that was connected to other than Goth being like a very specific Imperial or well Republic Royal Guard at one point. Ultima bin Dessen, does the audiobook have Vader's AI voice? I haven't listened to the audiobook, but I doubt it because it was Mark Thompson, so I'm sure.
No, it's all Mark Thompson because he was posting a lot about the audiobook.
I'm sure it just has a filter on his voice.
He does a great Vader.
Yeah, that's something I hope Star Wars steers away from, even though it kind of like was steering heavily into that for a while.
Yeah, I think it's more like Disney wants to use it for video games, which I mean, yeah, Disney's going to do whatever they want, but hopefully they don't start using it for audiobooks. What am I making here?
What are you making? That's not the hot tub, is it? Oh no, that looks like part of the elevator.
Oh, yeah, it is. I guess it is the elevator.
Samuel Rogers says there are already games with AI slop in them, like Black Ops 7. I've kind of heard about that. I don't really play Call of Duty, so I haven't witnessed it, but
There's AI slop everywhere,
yeah.
and it's just getting worse, like, as in harder to tell what's real and what's AI.
Mm-hmm.
I only use Pinterest like once a year, and it's to make Christmas gift lists and stuff. And like everything on Pinterest is AI, almost. It's really sad.
Matthew Ling says there's human slop everywhere too.
It's true.
There's slop everywhere. I will say I prefer the human slop.
We've all made human slop at one point.
Uh-huh. My mom found like this old Halloween drawing I made as a child and sent me a picture of it. That was slop.
Do you want this?
And she asked if I wanted it. And I was like, okay, if you don't want it, why do you think I would want it?
What am I going to do
My
with
own
it?
mother doesn't think it's worth keeping, so I'm not going to keep it. Frame it, put it up on the fridge.
I saw there was a seller on Etsy. I was looking at Etsy's like gift page, and you can give them like your kid's drawing and they will like embroider it.
Aw,
And it was really cute.
that is cute.
So we could have done that.
Tristan says, sorry, kind of out of the loop on the RPG campaign. Do we plan for it to be a short or long-term campaign, or are you just going to see how long it goes for? So, my vision for this as like a not just this campaign. I think I want to stick to like shorter 8 to 10 episodes for a campaign that, you know, we might go back to. But I think I want to like I just have a lot of ideas for a lot of different campaigns that I don't want to wait years and years to do. So
Yeah, this one was like a game zero kind of. Like it started more as a testing ground, but we are editing it and putting it out.
yeah, the one we're doing right now is kind of bare bones. Like it's just us at a table with cameras and mics and nothing fancy about it. And I was trying to first see if we could film it, if we had everything that we needed to do it. Mess around with editing it, because that has been more difficult than I thought it would be, especially with the sound. And what else? Oh, just like see if we like it at all.
Yeah.
Because I had never run a game before. Turns out I actually really do like running games. I think it's a lot of fun. So it is something I want to keep doing. But the campaign we're doing right now, we've done 5 sessions, and I think we'll do 3 to 5 more. Like, I'm not going to say it's going to be 8 episodes and that it. It's kind of like we'll feel it out and see how it goes. But yeah, those are my thoughts. And then we would do 8 to 10 episodes and then put that out and then be like, all right, we're doing something completely different for the next round.
Yeah. I'm such a stickler when it comes to filming stuff. Like I want to get good lighting and I want the cameras and everything to look good. And so right now we're just kind of filming this in our house downstairs. And so there's a lot to the filming side that I want to work on. But
I agree.
it's hard when you don't have a big studio and like we have these lights, but could use a couple more.
I agree.
But
like it doesn't look
it'll get there
as good as I want it to, but also, yeah, part of the thing that was holding me back, it's something I've wanted to do for a while, and I was like, oh, well, I would want it to be perfect right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And then I started to look back at my own, like, Star Wars Explained in 2015, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
listening to my own voice back then, and I was like, yeah, you just start doing it.
I mean, that's always advice that we give people, right? Like, just start doing it, whatever it is. Don't let your own high expectations hold you back. Because once you start doing it, you'll be able to tell what things you do actually need and what you might not need yet.
Lord Goob says, when is it set? We don't fully know yet.
It's around Andor Rogue One times.
We're we're not saying like it's in the year 6 BBY, but it is in between episodes 3 and 4.
Oh.
That is cool.
All right. That piece that I dropped turns out was an extra piece.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But yeah, the setting is very like underworld. It's not so much rebels and stormtroopers, although obviously stormtroopers appear, but it's more criminal syndicates and stuff like that. Also, it's very goofy. Should say that too.
It's not a super serious game, and like I am pretty novice at D&D as a whole, but the what is it called? The rules set that we're using is Kids on Bikes, and it's really simple.
Yeah, we do call it D&D a lot, but it's just Kids on Bikes, which is way faster paced, which is what I prefer. Combat doesn't take too long, which I think is good for an actual play.
Yeah.
It's very much built around like my preferences for tabletop gaming.
I have such a short attention span with like everything, so it helps me stay engaged.
You're doing great.
And like I think the episodes are like an hour and a half.
The second one is just under 2 hours. But they're, I think 3 and 4 got longer and longer.
Yeah, I think as we get more comfortable with each other and with our characters, it gets a little longer. Gotta build Arc 2.
Ziggy Space Dust. No, we don't use any like figures or minis for this yet. It's all just theater of the mind. But maybe that'll change. Maybe in the latter half of the season, I'll break out a map and some minis and stuff and visualize that. I do think there's some things that could be better visually represented. And I also think I could be a lot better at describing stuff that like in my head I think my friends already know.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's just a problem I have in general of talking about like, oh yeah, everyone knows about this thing from this Star Wars book that every Star Wars fan has read, right? No? Oops. Matthew Lang said, Star Wars Minute went full circle with the rise of Reels. Yeah, I'm still mad about that.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? Maybe we should have started a separate channel and like when Reels started blowing up and then just put it all on there.
Yeah. I mean, I like how it's going now. It's just...
but we wouldn't use the name again, I guess.
No. Star Wars Shorties.
Shorties. I kind of hate the rise of short video content.
Yeah. It's just...
we're on TikTok and we can easily get sucked into TikTok for a long time. And I feel like it's just really encouraging so much brain rot. And like my attention span has forever changed because of TikTok and Reels and all that.
Mm-hmm. Samuel Rogers said Star Wars Explained briefly. I have been putting Star Wars Explained fast on the shorts. And he
Super
also says, I
fast.
hate that everything is trying to be TikTok with short attention span, short form video. I agree. I was mad. I'm still like, YouTube, come on. You, every time some other company does something, YouTube is like, well, we want to do that too. We can't
Mm-hmm.
just be what YouTube was. Annoying.
Yeah. And like nobody does it better than TikTok.
Yeah, it's now YouTube is just doing a lot of things
I don't
half-assed.
I don't know anyone who sits and watches shorts on
YouTube
YouTube,
Shorts,
but that's probably because I'm old.
right?
But then like a lot of the older people that we know, they all are on
They're
Instagram
using Reels.
and they're watching Reels instead of TikTok, which the joke about that is like anyone who sees a reel on Instagram could have seen it 2 weeks ago on TikTok because everyone posts the same stuff everywhere else. But you gotta play the game.
Yeah.
We are on TikTok posting a lot of the same stuff that you probably saw on YouTube. Sometimes it's different.
Scotty Heron says the attention spans of the middle schoolers I teach have changed so drastically in the
Oh,
last 5 years.
I cannot imagine trying to teach kids anything. I would get so
I couldn't have done it
mad.
before the rise of TikTok.
Mm-mm. I do not have that kind of patience.
Jane says YouTube's algorithm for shorts is much worse than Reels or TikTok. It's like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever just sat and watched YouTube shorts.
And I wish that maybe there is an option for this, but I wish that there's an option like when you search something in YouTube, I wish there was an option to just not see the results that are shorts.
You can filter them out, but like it's annoying. It's an extra step.
Cuz like every question that I'm like maybe there's a tutorial for this, I type it in and there's like 1,000 shorts that give me no information.
YouTube
They're
and
all
Google.
clickbait. Like, here's how to fix this, and they don't show you, and you have to go find their long video anyways.
Yeah. They used to have like actual search engine results that you wanted to see.
Back in
Now
my
everything's
day,
uh-huh. Back in my day, 10 years
I
ago.
hate being that person. Yeah, like social media is just really bleak right now. Even Blue Sky is getting worse. We noticed a huge
Mhm.
uptick in like crappy comments, and I was like, what happened? Kind of like all of a sudden we were getting a ton, but maybe it was we did get the blue check mark or whatever on Blue Sky, so maybe more people are seeing our stuff. But like posting about the Force Awakens 10-year anniversary, so many people are just using it as an excuse to like rag on the movie, and I'm like, okay, well, you've been doing this for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
Don't celebrate the anniversary if
Yeah.
you didn't
I mean,
like it.
there's still prequel haters out there too, so
Yeah.
I've just been off social media more and more, and it's
The
been nice.
I posted about this on my Instagram the other day, but the thing that just really annoys me is people, and maybe these are bots, they probably are, but so many of our comments are like, who cares?
That's a good bot comment because like
Who
it's
cares?
it's rage bait and it can apply to literally anything.
And I'm like, do you go to a restaurant and when they're reading you the specials, do you tell the server who cares?
Depends on the restaurant. If I know what if I know what I'm about when I go in there.
It's just rude.
I know.
You wouldn't say that to someone's face.
But in my mind, I might be like, who cares? I know exactly what I want.
Yeah, you would be polite and let them finish their spiel because everyone's just trying to do their job, and then tell them I'll take the cheapest thing on the menu.
Lindsey Brown said, Jeeves will finally shine. I miss Ask Jeeves.
That was ages ago.
Yeah. That was elementary school, I
Yeah,
think. Middle,
like
one of those.
dial up.
Lord Goob says, is there really no news on Star Wars comics for 2026 yet? Thought all the recent publishing panels and stuff would announce something. Yeah, I mean, even today's Legacy of Vader comic, that was the one that I was like, maybe this will go beyond 12 issues. And at the end, it says to be concluded. So, nope. I think issue 12 will be the final issue. And then we're not going to have any ongoing Star Wars comics. So, that's odd.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the comic business is just really tanking.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the comics industry.
Legacy of Vader 11 was good though.
Ask Jeeves just responds, who cares now? He's given up.
It's true. Who cares?
But yeah, it's weird to not have like consistent comics to rely on. Even though this past year I've been like pretty lukewarm on all of them.
Ooh, I need a sticker.
Ooh.
Number 3.
Okay. Does it go a specific way?
The little white box is on the left.
Okay.
Man, this bag just has a bunch of really tiny gray pieces. You know how I feel about gray pieces of Lego. They're the worst.
You just got sick of them because of all the Star Destroyers and the Millennium Falcon
Yes, and the AT-AT.
and the Razor Crest.
They should have at least made the Razor Crest like shiny parts. Because they make
They don't
shiny
really
Lego.
do metal, like metallic.
We started our rewatch of Skeleton Crew, and I do really wish they made a Lego set of the ship after
The Onyx Cinder.
yeah. After the hole breaks off. That one could have been cool and shiny.
Lord Goop, I agree. Maybe they're gearing up for another publishing initiative. I hope that they do something big again. And we are getting a High Republic mini-series that's set in between phases 2 and 1.
Yeah. I saw our buddy Jake Bartok was working on the art for that.
Oh, nice. Good.
My stomach is growling.
I'm hungry too. Tristan7494, did I ever play SWOTOR? I didn't. That is like my biggest Star Wars blind spot. That was coming out, I think, when I was in college and meeting this one. Just didn't really have time to play it, and now it's something that I think about playing sometimes just because I have that blind spot. And so everything I know about it is just from what I've read on Wikipedia. But I've heard the Alexander Freed wrote the Imperial Agent storyline, and I've heard that's great.
Oh yeah, you like his stuff.
I love his stuff. I have read some of the Old Republic books that tied in with everything. Um, and I played the KOTOR games, of course, but I don't know, MMOs, I don't think I've ever played a single MMO.
They will. They're big time sucks, aren't they?
Yeah. Ultima Bindesen, am I looking forward to High Republic Adventures Pathfinders? Yeah, that's the mini series we're gonna get, and I do think that sounds cool, and I think that's a good chance to continue exploring what happened to the path of the closed fist and how they transformed into the Nile, maybe
Mm,
something like that.
yeah, that does sound like a cool story.
Yeah, I'm curious to see Phase more as it continues on, and George Mann has done just great work in the High Republic. Hey, Bogan Andy. Has there been any Zero Company updates since Celebration? Not
Oh
that I can
yeah,
recall,
forgot about that.
but that's supposed to come out in 2026. And that's another kind of game that I've never really played before. Uh, I did get XCOM, but I haven't booted it up.
What were they calling that? Turn
Turn-based
turn-based
tactic
tactics.
strategy
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I n- come coming to no shock to no one. I have not played any of those kinds of games either, but the story and like the characters of Zero Company look really cool. I love the like Padawan uh not what's the
The
species name?
Tognath.
Tognath. Yes. She looks cool.
The cast looks really interesting. Worf Jig popped in and said, "Ask you anything," and I'm tempted to just block him immediately. He's our friend. He's our in real life friend.
Ask away, buddy. Then you'll see if you get blocked or not.
We'll put him in timeout. Yeah, Ultima, so much can be done with the Pathfinders in the High Republic. That was a concept that I just thought sounded awesome when they brought it up. And we didn't explore them as much as I was hoping we would. Uh, there wasn't as much pathfinding going on. The was it Fear the Nameless? I think that was another comic George Mann did. I liked that one a lot because it was about a Pathfinder team,
Mm.
and it was like a Jedi and a Padawan and a few civilian, not civilians, but like Republic military people and a medic and the droid. I liked that.
Yeah, it's kind of like Ocean's 11.
Worf asked when we're gonna finish playing Pico Park 2. I'm putting him in timeout.
Now would be a good
We
time. We're
can
not doing much.
no, we could play it at the cabin in person.
Yeah.
That could be fun. I'll bring it, Worf, next week.
I want to try that Kirby game.
Oh, I didn't know that deleted his messages. Oops.
Uh, how long of the timeout did
10
you?
seconds, he's back.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be like, how dare you?
Scott says they want them to explore Zepho technology more. I agree, but that reminds me that Scott also said, I miss bounty hunters. If you didn't read Boba Fett Black, White, and Red issue 3, it was by Ethan Sachs. It felt very much like a bounty hunters comic and one of the like better ones. That was a series that to me was kind of all over the place, but when it was good, it was really good. And that issue that Ethan Sachs wrote for Boba Fett, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was fun. Very classic, badass Boba Fett.
Lord Goob asks my opinion on the Poe Dameron or our opinions on the Poe Dameron Codebreaker comic. Mm,
Meh,
yeah,
not not a fan.
which I think Ethan Sachs also wrote that, but it, the Poe Dameron
It just feels like
stuff,
they're treading water.
yes, it just feels like we're covering some similar character stuff for him that we already did in Charles Soule's Poe Dameron comic, and even that one I felt like would repeat story beats,
Mm-hmm.
which I think that is just a struggle with ongoing comic books because Greg Pak's Darth Vader comic I felt did that every single arc. It was like four times that Vader would do something, build up his power, and then the Emperor would come along and slap him down.
Yeah.
And it's like doing it once made sense, but seeing it happen four times in the course of a year, I was like, okay,
Fool me once, shame on
shame on
you.
someone.
Fool me twice, shame on me. That's what Vader should have been
Yeah.
saying. I guess he felt shame all the time.
Zabaglione asks, "Do you really think Filoni would bring Abeloth into canon?"
No.
No, I think that was a rumor floating around at some point that like we're doing Mortis stuff and
People love to talk about Abeloth. Like, what? What? Why? No, I don't think we will go there. But I mean, there's always a chance. I would say like 95% no. There might be a 5% chance.
I am curious to see how weird they'll go with Mortis stuff in a live action show that has a larger audience. The first time I saw the Mortis stuff, I was like, what is going on? And now I like it a
What?
lot, but it did take me some time to understand and accept it.
Yeah. I mean, I love when Star Wars gets weird, and if they did do something with Abeloth, I'm sure it would be cool. I just like don't see them going in that direction.
Just like,
I think they'll just make something new,
yeah.
like they have been doing.
Abeloth was such a not George Lucas creation, and then they kind of like tied her into the Mortis stuff, and yeah, I don't think they're gonna go that way.
Maybe by bringing in more story from the Night
Happy
Sisters.
603, everybody.
Maybe bring in more stories from the Night Sisters is kind of like making up for not using Abeloth.
Mm-hmm. Scott says, I'd like to see more Star Weirds. Yeah, honestly, I would too.
Give me your best Star Weird.
Well, those are literal creatures from the Dr. Aphra comic.
Oh.
Which they were like large, terrifying monsters that the Jedi had to imprison.
Because they were too weird.
Mm-hmm. / dangerous.
Harsh in everybody's vibe.
Yeah. But I thought that was it was like a 2-issue arc. Matthew Lang says, Abeloth was an Abelot. Wasn't a fan. And John DeLong sent in a super chat. Thanks so much. Says, how much canon material is there about how it looks from inside Vader's helmet?
We've seen that in a couple comics.
Yeah. We've got Revenge of the Sith, where the mask comes down. And then I can think of a couple of comics, like I believe Charles Soule's comic did it specifically hit the first arc where he has to go collect a kyber crystal and bleed it and everything.
Is before I start talking about it, is Legacy of Vader 11 out?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there not one in the Legacy of Vader comics that like I thought there was like a cover where Kylo Ren can see on the inside of the helmet
The cover of 11 is like the helmet coming down.
from,
So
but can you see the inside? I thought you could, or maybe I'm thinking of a frame.
I think you're thinking of a frame, and I can't remember off the top of my head.
I won't talk spoilers since it just came out, but something upsetting happened.
We'll talk about it tomorrow when we record our podcast. I want you to save your emotions for. But I don't think, I don't know, maybe everything is tinted red in there.
Rose
Well, I
colored
guess,
glasses.
well, the red tinted lenses, that was more up until A New Hope, and then I don't think he had that kind of red tint in Empire Strikes Back. So maybe he got an upgrade where he could see actual colors again.
Mm. I like the idea of, because thinking back to my photography nerd brain, if you're shooting in black and white film and you put a red filter on the camera, it kind of like intensifies the contrast and it makes reds look really dark, like dark black. And I always thought Vader seeing out of red lenses meant that like he really sees things
Super dark.
super black and white.
That's fun.
No, like not as much gray area.
Huh.
I don't know if that
That's
was intended. I mean, red eyes are just creepy looking, so it was probably just that.
but that's a cool interpretation.
And like in the 70s, that would be something that they might think about since they would be shooting in film and people shot black and white film a lot more back then.
Scott, if you're looking for more horror elements, if you haven't read Master of Evil, that was Scott says, I think they need to dip more into horror elements, but it doesn't have to be a gore fest, just well written. That is Master of Evil. It's really atmospheric, really spooky. Um yeah, I I loved the situations and the environments that Adam Christopher came up with. So I'd recommend that. Also, the Tales from the Nightlands comics have been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Very, very Pennywise, very without the child murder and the gore, but just the idea of like this entity that can come back every 2 decades or whatever,
30 years.
30
Yeah.
years. And the last one of those comes out next week, I think.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
this month sometime. I think it's next week.
And that'll be the sequel trilogy story.
Yeah, Finn's on the cover of that one. I wonder if the Twi'lek woman is going to be in it again. That was a fun surprise. I wasn't expecting her to be like a through line.
Yeah, that would be fun. She were a common thread.
I'm trying to remember the name of the artist that I'm he's like my favorite Star Wars comic artist now. That did Tales from the Nightlands too. And he did a couple of the High Republic comics as well, but like it's just so vivid and striking the way he draws.
A lot of detail. A lot of really fine, like, line work.
Vincenzo Riccardi. Found him. Yeah, thanks, Samuel Rogers. I bought his, what was that? Tales from the Occlusion Zone? I think he did one of those issues.
Is that the one you bought in Chicago?
Dispatches from the Occlusion Zone? Yeah, that I found his issue and I just like bought that just for the art. He did that, and I can't remember all these comics. They put out so many High Republic comics. The one about Wreath studying
The
the
plant
Echo Stones,
stuff.
Echoes of Fear. That's it. He did an issue of that that was sick. You building the?
I don't
I
know.
think you're building like the
Uh,
control terminal,
yeah. It's got a little like
little
camera.
camera where the stormtrooper bonks his head.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Scott says I love Phil Noto. Phil Noto's great. He's another one. Him and Luke Ross are all great Star Wars comic artists that I can recall. Lord Goob says, anyone know how to get Dark Horse comics digitally in the UK? Had to get physical copies of Codebreaker, but Forbidden Planet kind of sucks. Uh, I don't. I know there's for some reason like difficulty finding certain Star Wars stories overseas. Like I've had a lot of people in the UK talk about how they.
Tariffs. I don't know.
I don't think that affects things going that way. It affects things coming here.
Yeah. I mean, that's always been an issue.
So, but I don't know why that is. LOST sent in another donation. Thank you so much. He has the quote from Mace Windu that says, I think it's time we inform the Senate that our ability to use the Force has diminished. What did Windu mean by this? Were Jedi less powerful? Yeah, I think they were having their connection to the Force messed with.
I think he mostly meant the ability to use the Force as in, like, to see clearly.
Yeah.
So that, like, they weren't seeing clearly and their judgment was clouded.
I think that they're losing some of their connection wasn't all. I don't think having a Sith Lord in charge of the Republic helped anything. But I also think that they were losing their way. They weren't acting fully the way Jedi should.
Yeah.
And so they just weren't as connected to the Force.
Especially when the Clone Wars started happening and they started mixing all the Jedi into, hey, you're a military now, and the Jedi are generals, and you gotta fight this war.
I do think that's a line that could have been followed up on and clarified. Like, I would be curious to ask George that question just to see what he would say. Because I do think
Mm-hmm.
it's a line that you have to go, wait, hold on. What does Mace mean? And I think you have to think about the movie, which is good, but not everyone is willing to do that.
That's that's after he finds out that there's a Sith.
I think it's in episode 2. So yeah, like after they know the Sith Lord is out there.
I think it's that. I think he's like uh can't stand the idea that they couldn't sense something like that. So he's like, "Oh, it must be our ability to use the Force has been diminished." Because
Yeah,
normally I would definitely
sure.
know
Yeah.
if something funny was going on.
Uh-huh. I mean, I do think that's part of it.
It's a little bit of a hit to his ego.
Mm-hmm. I think all the Jedi felt that a little bit
Sure.
because they're all, Kiadi Mundi.
Kiadi for sure.
He's still denying it.
Yeah.
Nope, the Sith have been extinct for a millennium. Standing
Mm-hmm.
by it.
Darth Sidious could be standing right in front of him and he'd be like, I don't see anything.
I mean, technically, that happened.
Yeah, true. I meant as Darth Sidious, not as Palpatine.
I like what Jane says. I always took that as right and wrong has become harder to tell for the Jedi, so that following the light side has become harder, diminishing their ability to follow the flow of the Force. I think that was better stated than what we just said.
I told you I can't think and do Lego at the
You're
same time.
doing great. Look at you go.
I'm going.
You're going to do 2 whole bags.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm hungry.
MC Lego Boy says, corner George at his museum and ask him. That should be an exhibit. George just sitting at a desk, and you just line up and you get to ask him one question, and that's it for your whole, like, once per life, not even per entry. They'll take your picture and then they'll know if you try to come back.
I think he'll have like a little, what are those seats called at theaters?
Like a box?
Like, he'll have like a box way up high where he can like look down at everybody and no one can get up to him.
He should be dressed like Baron Papanoida.
Mm-hmm.
They need a Baron Papanoida animatronic looking down over everyone. Scotty Heron, thanks for being a member of the 603rd, says, which Star Wars planet is the most Canadian? Which Star Wars character is the most Canadian? And which planet and character are the least Canadian? Mustafar's got to be the least Canadian.
Why?
Because lava. It's hot.
There are some parts of Canada that get hot. But, I mean, yeah, it's mostly cold.
We don't know a lot about Canada. I've been, I think, just once.
I've never been.
But I'm going to go with Alderaan because Alderaan is like a more idyllic place full of nice people. And that's kind of the vibe Canada gives off, at least as an American.
Oh yeah, that
being
makes
like,
sense.
oh, that socialized medicine sure sounds great. And everyone's very polite.
It's hard to build these like tall, skinny things.
Yeah.
They're like not straight.
But Alderaan also has like what looks like kind of a colder climate. They've got snowy mountains and stuff.
Yeah. I like that.
What character is most Canadian? 3PO? I was trying to think of. Well, he's not that polite. He knows a lot about politeness, but he's always punching R2, so that's not very nice.
What makes someone Canadian? Are we getting into stereotypes?
I mean, I would say someone that's very polite and apologetic, which, yeah, I guess is a stereotype.
Or is
it just Anakin because Hayden is Canadian?
Yeah.
Light side Anakin is the most Canadian, and dark side Darth Vader is the least Canadian.
I don't know about that.
I like this question from Saturn537. What thing from the Mandalorian visual guide are you most interested in finding out the name of? The client. I want to know Werner Herzog's Tuckerized name. I don't even really think they're going to give us that, but that's who I want to know.
Frog Lady's name. I think we got
their species.
But her name is not Frog Lady.
It's just Frog Lady and Frog Man and Frog Infant.
There's a lot that I could say for that.
I feel like they fell away from that because for a while it was just the client, the Mandalorian, the child, but they kind of went back into okay, everyone has names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else in season 1 that we don't know.
The we don't know the planet where he goes to that fighting match, do we?
I don't think so.
With the Gamorreans.
Yeah, where he meets with Gore Crush.
Yeah. There's nothing that I'm dying to know really, except maybe Frog Lady's name. But like little stuff like that, like planet names.
Yeah,
I'm like, that planet should have a name.
I'm sure it does. It sounds like a lot like
I'll give it a name.
when they were writing the scripts for Book of Boba Fett and they were establishing where Luke's temple was. They wrote Ossus in the script. We just never saw it,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't confirm that until Shadow of the Sith. Oh yeah, the blue guy at the start. Uh
The
uh that's bugging me. Someone help. What's his species name? Because that's what Grief Karga calls him, just the blank.
yeah. Does it have like a UIL at the end? No.
Are you thinking about Kawil?
Oh yeah, maybe.
I thought it started with an M, maybe. Mithril, yeah.
Mithril, yeah. Getting close.
Yeah, the same show where the bartender is just weak way, even though he does have a name, and Cobb Vanth surely knows it. Oh, is that the door? That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything I'm super dying to know. I'm curious to flip through it, obviously.
When is that coming out?
March?
That sounds right.
April.
Oh,
Man, April 28th. Did that get delayed?
jeez. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. That doesn't look right.
General Cameroni says, we got names like the client, but also Moff Gideon is going around naming the exact model of E-Web blaster they used, which is hilarious. Yeah, it's like they're willing to go super nerdy and call things like ATST on screen for the first time
Mm-hmm.
and E-Web, but also it's the client.
Lazy.
It's like I don't think we need to know his name, but obviously Star Wars fans are curious.
I think we do need to know. Somebody needs to know.
Like I just want to see what Pablo Hidalgo comes up with as a like Wurzog Herner.
Yeah,
Like that.
Tuckerization of his
Yeah,
name.
it should just be something like that.
Gosh, this is so tedious.
Yeah, I agree, Samuel. Like I don't need to know it in the show, but I would like to know it in a reference book. I think that's the place to do it just for fun. We also have those Art of books coming out,
Oh yeah, the Art of
Andor and Acolyte.
Acolyte and Andor. I'm excited for the Acolyte one because Kristen did that one.
I mean, it sounds like they're willing to talk pretty candidly about things like all the stranger. Oh, maybe he was a Knight of Ren.
Yeah. Now's the time. I mean, if it got canceled, just spill the beans.
Now that we're rewatching Skeleton Crew, I'm like, I wouldn't mind a little behind the scenes book for that too.
Mm-hmm. They've started releasing a few things. Like the ILM put something out recently about Neil, I think, and the VFX.
Nice. I'm curious, yeah, to know what the Andor behind the scenes is even going to sound like, just because it sounds like
It'll just be Tony Gilroy complaining about the set of Little Mermaid.
yeah. I thought you were going to say complaining about like everything he had to approve,
that too.
which I do like him hearing him talk about that kind of thing where he's like, I did not understand just the amount of work that goes into everything Star Wars, that you can't just have Lonnie get into an elevator. It has to look like a weird elevator, and all of the buttons have to have weird symbols on them, and it's crazy. You can't just film in a bodega. Every piece of food has to look weird, and all of it
It all
has to
has
be
to
in
have
packaging that has Arabesh
a
in.
label and like a label design, an Arabesh name. Okay. Oops. Who'd I lose?
3PO.
Oops. Okay, this goes. I don't know. That's right. See if you can get that on there, because I will break it. Oh, I forgot the trash.
Yeah, just get that out of the way.
The trash compactor.
There we go.
Okay. Phew.
You did it.
Like, oh no, did I do this wrong?
That's cool. I think we're probably getting close to done with the first level,
Yeah.
because this is all just hangar space.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, what? Some people got little TIE fighters.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get those, right? Dang.
I'll shove the UCS TIE interceptor in there.
There.
Well, we're gonna start wrapping up so we can go eat. But thanks everyone for hanging out and for donating, super chatting to the fund drive. We are going to be off next week because we're
So this is what we built. This like door here, and I gotta show my work.
just interrupting me. We're going to be off next week because we're doing our yearly winter cabin with our friends. So off next week. We'll probably be back the week after that, getting ready for the holidays and stuff. But yeah.
We gotta keep up with the advent calendar.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if I can remember to do that daily, I'll post those on our Instagram.
But we're done for tonight. Gonna go cook some dinner. Everyone, have a great evening. Have a great holiday. Great December.
Stay warm.
Go watch Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
It's been delightful to revisit.
It has been. We've got, what, 2 more?
Yep. Might finish it tonight. But have a great rest of your night, and may the force be with you.